Welcome back to our channel.
And today is all about subfloor.
Yeah, we initially put in the subfloor in the front part of the bus. So if you're interested in seeing how we did that, we'll put a link to it right here.
Let's get to it. Ready to work.
Good. That's lined up, and yeah, it's not too big. So. So we have the 6 main studs that we want to have running parallel to the walkway cut out, and Jimmy is working on screwing those in right now. And so since we only have one drill, while he's doing that, I'm gonna work on measuring and then cutting pieces that cover up this panel, which is the fuel tank access cover, so that if we need work done on our fuel tank, they'll just be able to access it from inside the bus.
So Natalie and I kind of switched jobs. She is now screwing in the framing for the subfloor, and I'm working on the fuel access panel. So this is what it looks like. This is the one that came with the bus. And so we just want to attach plywood on top so that it's flush with the rest of the subfloor. Natalie had already cut out these framing pieces that would go around the panel. So I just took the table saw and I just cut another slit into it. The panel will sit flush on here. Now I'm working on creating a plywood topper out of our scrap wood from before. So I've got 2 of these, which happen to be exactly the same width as the panel that I'm working with. The only hiccup that I'm dealing with now is that this panel has 2 large screws bumping out of it. So I'm just gonna take a drill and screw out a little indent of where those 2 screws are, and the plywood should then fit flush with the board. Good morning, guys. It's a brand new day. Yesterday we got one of the plywood sheets cut out for the subfloor, and we just need to finish the second one for the portion that we started. After we get those 2 done and screwed in, we'll probably have to make a quick run to the hardware store to pick up some more lumber. We're kind of running out of sheets of plywood, and I think we'll need some more floor supports as well.
I think the very first thing we need to do today is cut out a hole in the plywood for the fuel tank access panel.
Yep, let's start with that.
We got the hole cut out of the big piece of plywood this morning, but shortly after that it started pouring down rain, so we had to take a break and kind of wait it out. But it looks like it stopped for now, so we're gonna get back to it.
Yeah, this is definitely not going in like this, so
Okay.
it's just like a hair too tight.
That was still really helpful to have the plywood on there when we were lining up the burring strips. So.
Yeah, definitely. I'll go get our brand new impact driver. This is so nice.
It's a lot faster.
Look at that. That's so fast.
We have the first two bits of subfloor completely finished. Plywood is screwed down, and we realized that we're running a little low on supplies, so we're just gonna make a quick run to the hardware store and restock. Jimmy kind of took inventory, so I think we have a good list of what we need to get. We kind of expected this to happen whenever we bought insulation board and plywood for this project. We bought all that the store had in stock. So we knew we were gonna have to come back for a second run. We replaced the plywood over the fuel tank access panel just so that it's flush and matches perfectly, since we cut a square out of the plywood around that already. So I think it looks a little nicer, but it was still really helpful for us when we were measuring and trying to lay down all the burring strips to have plywood on top of the panel. So no regrets, we just kind of switched it out at the end and it looks a lot nicer that way. So we're gonna run to the store real quick, but we'll pick you up when we get back. We're back from the hardware store and we have all the supplies we need to finish up the subfloor. The cost of lumber right now is like crazy expensive, and one way that we found to kind of help with that is instead of buying furring strips for the subfloor, we've been buying decking boards and then cutting them in half so that they're like a good size. It worked really well for the cab and the part of the subfloor that we've done already, so it works really well if you're able to cut them long ways, which thankfully we have access to a table saw, so we've been able to do. So that helps us save a couple dollars, but it's still pretty expensive to get all the lumber for this.
It is so gloomy out today.
I just screwed in the furring strip that goes in the very back of the bus. We're going to continue with the process that we used to put the subfloor into the front of the bus. We're just going to extend it back all the way to the end. We're going to leave a hole for where our shower is going to go, which we've marked off in blue painter's tape. That's so much easier.
All right, well, unfortunately, I think this is where we're gonna have to end it. It's currently thundering outside and it's pouring down rain, and we need to carry wood back and forth between where we're cutting it and here, so I think we're gonna have to call it for today. Unfortunately, I think it's just one of those weeks where we couldn't get a whole project done. You know, it happens. You know, the bus doesn't wait for weather, I guess, or the weather doesn't wait for the bus.
Yeah.
One of the two.
So we're a little bummed that we have to call it early, but we should be able to knock this out as soon as it quits raining. We would really like to put up an update on our progress, so I'm sorry we didn't finish it, but we will get it finished as soon as we can, as soon as it's dry.
Yeah, but we really enjoy making these videos. It's a lot of fun. It's almost as fun as actually doing the real build. So if you enjoyed it too, you know, please consider subscribing and sharing. You know, we really enjoy the support from everyone.
Yeah, we really appreciate your support, your comments. It really helps us out, and we find it really encouraging because some weeks are kind of hard. Like this week was a little tough.
Yeah, it's really motivating, so thanks to everyone. All right, we'll see you in the next video.
Bye!